So we're making this video to let people know in person, sort of, that we know across the country, around the world, our proposal story. This is our proposal story. So Pam and I have been dating for a little over a year, and I felt it was time to take the relationship to a new level, and she had no idea I felt this way. So
we haven't really talked about that.
No.
Okay.
It happened in this general area here. This is Pam's house. We spend a lot of time on this couch, eating dinners, getting to know one another, watching TV, movies, laughing, talking, whatnot. So I felt that this was the best place to propose marriage to her. And so what I did was I actually stole a ring from her jewelry box a few weeks ago. And
I can't believe I didn't notice that.
yeah, she's got a lot of jewelry, but I picked a ring that looked pretty simple, and it looked like it would go on either her middle or her ring finger, and I took it to a jewelry store and had it sized, and then I went shopping for rings, and I bought the ring about a week and a half ago. And last Saturday we went out to just a regular night, just dinner and a movie. Where'd we go? Red Lobster?
Red Lobster.
We saw The Fighter with Mark Wahlberg.
Really
Very good movie. Really important detail in the whole proposal. The Fighter with Mark Wahlberg. Anyway, so we come back to her house, and
it was romantic. We're watching TV.
super incredibly romantic. She had to go downstairs and change the laundry. Incredibly, just like, wow. So while she was downstairs changing the laundry, I decided to dim the room, light some candles, and put on some soft, slow music. And she proceeded to...
I think it'd be good to include that it was Patty Griffin.
It was Patty Griffin. We're big Patty Griffin fans.
Love.
She's a singer-songwriter who's really great. You can go to pattygriffin.com and check her out, which I think links directly to her Facebook. Why I know that, I don't know. Anyway, so she comes upstairs, and I'm just standing in the living room, and I kind of oddly ask her if she'd like to slow dance with me. So we... Go ahead.
It wasn't super odd. We've slow danced in the living room before.
A couple times.
Yeah, but it's just, I thought it was kind of a nice little move. It was smooth. I didn't suspect.
I was trying to be smooth, I guess. I was incredibly nervous. I was, shaky, and she says that I was breathing differently. We started just to slow dance and just be close, and what was your reaction coming up the stairs and seeing the candles and hearing the music? And what were you thinking?
Okay, well, when I came upstairs, I just thought, oh, there's nothing on TV, because we had said there's something on TV, and I was like, I'll go change the laundry.
There was nothing on television.
Nothing. And you said, maybe that's a sign. And I thought, well, how is that a sign? But I think
I did say that.
Yeah, and so anyway, I went to change the laundry.
That's right.
And then he was like, now looking back, it makes more sense, because you were like, it's taking a long time, are you okay? Like, I think he was keeping tabs on how long it takes to fold laundry, which is kind of funny. But now it makes sense to me. But no, I just thought that maybe he was getting sick or something, because his breathing was weird. That was one thing that I thought was weird when we were dancing. But I just thought you're really sweet. I mean, it's not weird for us to do nice things like that.
Right.
I just thought, oh, that's a sweet date.
So we danced for a couple songs.
I did think that we danced for. Usually we don't.
It was
dance
kind of
that
a long time,
it was
because
like
I
2
was
or 3 songs.
I was trying to figure out what I was gonna say, and my the ring was actually in a chair in the corner of the room, and I had to acquire that box, and I had to figure out how to do that without her finding out what I was doing, going to the chair for no reason. And so I actually had her. We finished slow dancing. And I just had her sit down kind of right here, and I knelt on one knee in front of her, and I just, what did I said a few things, some nice things.
Some very nice things.
Some nice things. I say nice things. I said that love her very much, and that I don't want to I don't want to know what it's like to be without you.
And that's when I was like, well, I'm not going anywhere. It was kind of like that funny, like,
Right.
I was like, what are you
And I
talking
knew
about?
she
Like, it
didn't
didn't
have an
dawn on me that
idea.
you were on your knee. I don't really know why I didn't connect that.
Right.
But I was just like, well, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh,
you
and
were
before I'd gotten on my knee, I kind of, like a gazelle, I leapt to the chair, got the ring, and leapt back. So if you could kind of visualize it, I'm on my knee here with a ring over in this hand, and it's dark, so she can't see my hand, you know, and so I said the nice things, back to the nice things, and she said, you know, I'm not going anywhere, and I said, well, I don't ever want to know what it's like to be without you. And she goes, you don't have to. And I was like, in my head I was going, I don't know if she has any idea what I'm doing on my knee.
I don't know why I didn't connect that. Now looking back, I feel like the biggest dork.
Well, because you didn't expect it.
I didn't expect
at all.
it, no.
So, ring in the right hand, I pull the box within her vision, beneath her nose, beneath her, you know, right around this area.
It's totally visible.
I'm waiting for her to look down. It's open. I opened it with one hand, by the way. I was really impressed with myself. I
Again,
opened
smooth.
it with one hand and then brought it over. It's not an easy thing to do because those things clamp shut like
Yeah.
a clam,
Yeah.
you know? Anyway, so I open the box, I bring it around, and I'm like, will you marry me? And she looks down at the box, sees the diamond ring, and looks up at me with these wide eyes and says,
What?
What? Like that. What? That's what I remember. I remember her face going, what? And she says, are you serious? And I was like, yes. And she goes, you're kidding me. She goes, no. She goes, yeah? Are you serious? She must have said, are you serious, like 15 times.
It was too many times.
It was ridiculous. I kind of got perturbed because, not perturbed, almost on the edge of perturbed, you know, because she said, are you serious so many times? I'm holding a ring. You know, I'm a jokester, but I don't joke about that kind of thing, you
I
know?
was in such shock. I had no clue. And then you were like, well, will you?
Right.
I thought I'd already said yes
Right.
at that point.
I was like, well, so will you? And she goes, with a big boisterous yes, you know, and with big glowing eyes, and I knew she was happy, and she gave me a big huge hug, and we hugged for a while, and then we sat and we talked, and we had some good talks, and we were just like, she was still like 30 minutes later, are you serious? You're
Really?
serious, this is really happening.
Did this just happen? Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And she goes, I remember later on, she's like, I get to marry you? And I was like, I get to marry you. And she was, you know, swooned.
I was pretty swooned.
And that's the story. I mean, other than that, it's like, you know, the following day, she talked about waking up and feeling the ring on her finger.
Well, yeah, I've never worn a ring on my finger before, so it just feels weird. So I'd wake up and I'd be like,
Right.
oh my gosh.
Now I woke up and I thought that my first thought when I opened my eyes was like, I'm engaged today. Like it was a realization, you know, that the night before was so real, you know. And we're both very happy, very incredibly happy and thankful to all of our friends and all of our family for just their support and being there with us through the relationship and now where it is and where it's going in the future.
Yeah, people ask a lot of questions about like, when's the date, when are you getting married, you know, all these detail things, and I just keep saying, I just want to marry him.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about that day.
We're not going to Vegas.
I'm not going to Vegas, but I'm just looking forward to being married.
It would be fun to go to Vegas, but we're not going to Vegas. We're going to have a wedding here in Iowa, is my guess, with family and friends. It'll probably be a small affair, but that's our story. That's our proposal story.
If you're still watching, you really, really like us. 'Cause that was pretty low.
Yeah, you must know us very well if you're still watching. But I would have edited some things to make it shorter. You
Okay,
know?
yeah, sure.
So,
It's okay.
what's okay?
But it took so long for us to make it.
Right, but they don't have to know that.
Okay.
This is all you fellow YouTubers out there. Any subscribers of mine. Thanks for watching. I mean, it's a cool thing when people get engaged and we want to share it. And I would love to see proposal stories of other
Oh, yeah,
people.
that'd be fun. Now I'm kind of excited about that stuff.
I know, it would be cool.
It's weird, like 2 days ago I didn't really care about this stuff as much. I didn't want to think about it. And
Right.
now I'm like, my head can't think of anything else.
Yeah.